Hi guys, welcome to Game Talk, back from the international break with Papimento today.
What's up, guys? What's up?
Papimento, Ajax Heracles. We've been waiting for this game, not because of Heracles, but because we were looking forward to having games again of Ajax. We had the international break, of course. So today we had to play against Heracles. We have a very busy period coming up, and until actually the Christmas break. So we have a couple of matches now in a row. So we start off with Heracles today. 5-0, easy win.
Yeah.
I think almost perfect, because almost being we had some injury concerns. But please, go ahead, tell me what you think of the game. And tell us also what you thought of the goals.
Let's start with the first thing. I mean, you never know how they come back from international break, so I'm very happy with the win. Was it an easy game? Yes. Was it easy because we were very efficient? I mean, Traoré, first chance, first goal, and then Neres with a beautiful shot. And even Labiat from the corner, kind of like the Liverpool-style Trent Alexander to Origi in the Champions League. But a beautiful goal, and it just looked so easy today for Ajax. Not that I mind after an international break. I want them to be number one in the Eredivisie. But you also want to see like a game, some intensity, some fights, and it was just too easy for Ajax today. Not really a competition.
Not really a competition. I know what you're saying. On the other hand, looking at how Ajax has to perform these couple of weeks, also in the Champions League, etc., and also we got, of course, in the Dutch Cup. So there were a couple of teams that were drawn. I'm sorry, but they were free, so they couldn't play because what happened in the Dutch league is that the amateur clubs were basically ruled out of the Dutch Cup for this season, which means that in the draw for the next round, the Dutch National Association had to come up with something. So they had a couple of teams that had to play in December and a couple of teams that were drawn as being free or not able to play, and they will play in the third round. Ajax was unfortunately not the ones that got off with this one, so we have to play Utrecht. So this is yet another game that we have to play before the Christmas break. And we have already a couple of, players playing a lot, like Blind came from the international break playing 3 games. Klaassen played a lot of games. And unfortunately today with Klaassen, I mean, of course, he got substituted very early in the game. So we have to wait and see. We saw Mazraoui getting it's substituted.
It just worrisome how many injuries are just happening.
But it's not only with Ajax, right? I mean, if you look
all over.
All over. Yeah. You see this happening. And the biggest thing is with Ajax compared to other teams, especially internationally, we have a good team nationally. We can absorb certain players, if they get injured, but we cannot do that if we get too many injuries, like we saw last year happening.
Especially on one position. If it's all players on the same position, you're going to have a problem. But for now, it's spread a little bit. Klaassen, who went out, Mazraoui. Yeah. We have some decent backup for them.
Labiat at the end.
But Kluivert in a Champions League match versus Mazra, I would prefer Mazra, on that position. Klaassen also on the midfield instead of Ekkelenkamp.
Yeah, but even coming back to what you said about the teams, about the position being one position, if we have too many substitutions there, it becomes a problem. We already have Kudus injured, which can play as a number 10. Now Labiat, who is playing as a number 10, also got injured at the end of the game. Yeah. So
we never hear what they really have and how long it will take. Like exactly. Anthony, for instance, didn't play today. I thought he would be back, but maybe Ten Hag is just taking a little bit of time to give him some rest to come in fully fit and not a little bit fit.
Could be.
Just very annoying that we don't hear what they have and how long it will take. So that's something I really don't like from the new rules. But I must say we enjoyed a good Ajax, beautiful goals. I mean,
which one was your favorite? The Neres one.
The Neres one was amazing. But even the touch from Traoré, the pass from Neres was lucky how it got there, but the speed in which he touches it and then shoots.
Yeah, the thing that I love the most about that one is the anticipation.
Yeah.
So usually you don't anticipate the ball, but as a striker you should anticipate. And one touch, one shot, goal. Very effective.
And I thought Neres and Traoré were really one of the best in the first half. But if I look at the complete match, for me, there was one standout guy, and that was Gravenberch. I don't know why, but that guy,
No, hold on. You cannot say one guy is the man of the match, but you
Yeah.
don't know why. I mean,
No,
you
no,
have
no.
to have a reason.
I do know why, but
Yeah.
Look, Neres was in the first half my man of the match, kinda, and it evolved to Gravenberch. But just in the second half, Neres wasn't as present as in the first half. But Gravenberch, man, constantly throughout the whole game, you think Klaassen is gonna, fall out. So how will it go with Ekkelenkamp? But I thought like Gravenberch took over, and he was spreading the field, just the calmness on the ball.
He played
people
very
pressuring him.
He played very mature today.
Very mature. Actually, he started just to play simpler than he usually does, and it really showed what an amazing player he can get.
Not only that, but also his development is becoming much more clear. I mean, of course, he got called up for the national squad, which was already a surprise, which is good for him as well. But sometimes we tend to forget this guy's only 18 years of age, or almost 19. But
I mean, Traoré 19, Gravenberch 18. It's like crazy the amount of talents that Ajax has. They just need to continue to develop and come to the level we expect them to be. But I'm so happy for Gravenberch. I mean, he looked like a leader today.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of having such an amazing midfielder at Ajax.
Overall, I mean, we can talk about the game, 5-0. It was an easy game. There's not much we can analyze about this. There's not much maybe takeaways, or are there things you want to touch upon?
Yeah, some things I want to touch upon. I mean, for instance, Schuurs. The goal from Tadic. That was Schuurs getting the ball on their half and then giving that pass. Labiat with a kind of a touch that he couldn't really handle, but it still came to Tadic and he scored.
Yeah, luckily it was not offside.
Tadic, I must say something. I mean, look, he scores and he has an assist, fine, but he does annoy me sometimes in the static of his play style, and especially on the left wing. It annoys me. But 5-0, so what can you really say? Should I be that critical? No. But he shouldn't do this kind of plays. Like, sometimes there was moments you can speed up the game and he was taking his time, and other times he wanted to do crazy stuff on a moment that's impossible. So
the thing about Tadic, what was really something that I observed today was, especially because Ajax, look, the good thing about Ajax, even though you're playing Heracles, probably it was instructed by Ten Hag, they pressed. They were pressing from the get-go, and you saw also Traoré and Neres pressing a lot. But Tadic could not, I don't know if it was instructed, but Tadic could not press in the same intensity as Traoré and Neres. So what happens sometimes is you see Ajax formation, like you have two strikers, and then you have Tadic as in between midfielder,
midfielder
and strike.
left kind of. Yeah.
Exactly. And also he doesn't play out very wide, so he plays also a little bit inside. So basically we're playing, he's playing his own version of what he can do on the left wing, but it's not exactly what the left wing player should do.
He had some good moments. I mean,
no, I'm not talking about whether he played well or not. I'm talking about how he plays on the left wing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The good thing, however, was he got like 2 balls, one from, I think, Blind, or maybe 2 from Blind. He got really huge chances in the first half. Blind was very good today.
Attackingly, especially. Like,
But
defensively, it's
also
Heracles.
defensively.
I'm not gonna...
But also defensively. Also Schuurs today was good. Defensively was also really good. I think a lot of players today were pretty okay.
I'm going to say that Blind's played okay, but we all know Blind's offensive play is always amazing. With me, it's about, did Heracles put enough pressure on Blind to make him have a bad day? And that I didn't see. I'm sorry. Maybe because Ajax was so good and Heracles cannot play. But when you leave Blind alone, he's a perfect player for Ajax. If you put pressure on Blind, that's a different...
But honestly, I mean, there are a lot of teams which have defenders. If you put pressure on them, they will have problems. So it's not only Blind. You're talking about defending.
I'm talking about defending.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the ease in which we got 2 goals against in versus Atalanta, for instance. That's not the kind of intensity you will see in the Eredivisie. Yeah, but so fine, I can prop Blind for being an amazing player today, but we all know that that's his best capabilities for Ajax.
But why do we always criticize Blind on this one? Because Blind is also dependent on who's around him.
No, I'm not criticizing because he played amazing today. I'm just saying he wasn't pressured. So it's hard for me to determine if it was...
Okay, I understand. But 2 minutes ago, you say that Schuurs played well. Schuurs is playing the same as Blind is doing.
No, but Blind is really Look, Blind is not the one that's going to pressure somebody on their own half. What Schuurs did and getting the ball, that's not usually Blind.
Yeah, actually, Blind did it once or twice today. But I understand what you mean. But what I'm trying to say is, if Blind played well today, even though it's Heracles, we have to be honest, we have to be fair, and we have to say he played well.
I gave him also a good, I think, an 8.
Yeah,
for
but
his
you always.
play style.
But the thing is that even if we play Heracles is in our league. We have to play them.
Even Ajax told me. I mean, I said in Twitter, Labiat played okay today. Oh, not even okay. I said he played well. I mean, he had 2 goals and I think an assist.
Yeah.
So, good job from Labiat. But Ajax also told me, it's Heracles. Yeah, of course it's Heracles, but he's playing well. So, good job. You know, I have to give him prop. And that's what I'm doing also with Blind. I'm giving him prop. But that's something already known from Blind. That's his best aspect.
All right. All right. I want to touch upon 2 things, 2 subs that came in. First, to start off, Ekkelenkamp. So he came in for Klaassen. What do you think of his performance?
Well, Klaassen brought balance, right, on the midfield when he came in. So I thought it was going to be hard for Ajax. But it was easy. And he had 1 chance in the first half that he missed, Ekkelenkamp. But just his midfielder role, he was decent. No major mistakes. A huge difference with what we've seen on the 10 position before. So I gave him a 7 and he was decent. Nothing to complain about today.
Okay, so he can be happy about his performance?
Yeah, he should be happy about his performance.
Okay,
yeah.
and then the other one that came in, I mean, of course, Kleiber came in, but I thought Kleiber was...
Decent also,
decent
yeah. I gave him a 7. Good. He played well, yeah.
Okay, the one that's been scrutinized a lot lately, about having a lack of form, etc., Promes. What do you think?
Came in late for Tadic, didn't do much. So I couldn't really give him a grade, but he didn't know. I didn't notice him when he came in. So he wasn't very present in the game. Didn't do much.
Okay. All right. So all in all, we're happy with the performance. 5-0. Yeah. We move on to become the number 1 in the table, which we were. But we were on a goal difference. Yeah. Now Vitesse drew yesterday, so now we're number 1, which is good. I mean, that's all you can wish for. Next, we have Midtjylland on Wednesday. This is a very important game. Mm-hmm. I mean, needless to say, we have to win, not only to be in the race for the second place in the Champions League, but also, in that case, if we win, we know that we have secured at least the Europa League spot.
Yeah. I think Ajax will win easily.
Yeah, but
I mean,
the
last time was away. We had a lot of issues with Corona and people still coming in at the last moment. And I think now in Amsterdam, it's going to be a whole different game and it's going to be much easier. Not a 2-1, but maybe a 3-0.
Despite the fact that we might be missing some players?
Yeah, despite that fact. I wasn't impressed with Midtjylland at all. So I think Ajax should go all out.
Okay, last question about that Midtjylland game. Mm-hmm. We missed 2 midfielders today who seem injured and not possibly. I mean, we have to wait and see.
Yeah,
but they
might not
probably
play.
not play against Midtjylland. Klaassen and Labiat, who played today. What would be your midfield for that game?
Martinez, Gravenberch. If Klaassen is not playing, right?
Yeah.
Martinez, Gravenberch, and on 10, Tadic, maybe?
Okay, and then on the left wing, you put...
Anthony Neres, Traoré.
Yeah, but if Anthony cannot play still?
If Anthony cannot play, then...
Promes?
Well, we haven't seen much from Promes, so...
Yeah, but who else do you have?
Labiat again, maybe? I mean, he's not in form.
No, but I'm telling you that Labiat might be injured and not coming back.
Yeah, but it didn't look so...
Well, it looked like a muscle injury.
Okay. If Labiat cannot play, it must be Promes. I mean, there's not a different option. If Anthony is still injured as well,
okay.
You don't know.
And I'm going to still be a little bit critical now because Martinez, as we know, is not a midfielder option for Ten Hag. So leave Martinez out. What's the other option? Something that Ten Hag would do. I mean, I know what you want, but what Ten Hag do?
You asked me what I want, right? What Ten Hag would do, I mean, nobody knows what Ten Hag does.
looking at the past games, I mean,
You think he will play Ekkelenkamp, right? I don't think so. Not
that's
in a
possible.
Michelin game.
That's possible. There's also another option, which
Blind
is
to the midfield.
Exactly.
And then Martinez in the back. Yeah, not a fan of that. Maybe against Michelin you can do it, but Atlanta and Liverpool, no way.
No, I'm talking about the Wednesday game.
Yeah. Versus Michelin, maybe. But we've seen Blind on the sixth position. It's not always a hit, you know? No.
All right. That's it for now. Who was your man of the match again?
Gravenberch.
All right. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
Hey there. Thanks for watching. A thumbs up if you enjoyed that video. Subscribe so we can bring you more awesome content. Do it.